Ido, Docker presented itself at DockerCon this year as the company that creates the cloud fabric that spans the data center and it spans all of the different clouds, private and public. So we get this question a lot about, oh, how does this compare to Red Hat OpenShift? How does it compare to VMware PKS? Is it really the case that I can just add another abstraction layer to manage all of my containers across all clouds? Or should there be more integration with the underlying infrastructure? What do you think?
Yeah, so at first sight, it's quite interesting that finally Docker is doing something for enterprise. That's really a good step forward. But at the end of the day, I'm not really sure that customers are interested in another abstraction layer, because if you take a look in what is really missing in these solutions, it's not only the management layer what use that. It is also the integration, the tile integration into network, into storage, into identity management, and
Mhm.
also in the solution what currently are deployed within the enterprises. So I'm a
Right,
little bit skeptical about the
right.
general approach, but indeed what I find quite good is that they really bet on Kubernetes.
Okay. But do you believe that all applications, old and new, when you talk to your clients on a daily basis, you have mid-size and very large enterprise clients, when you talk to them on a daily basis, do you believe they will all go to containers and to functions as a service? And if so, how quickly do you think that could happen?
Yet I think in this case that Docker is a little bit over optimistic in that case. Their virtual machines and all this current software will certainly run for many, many years. And it involves a lot of money to make those applications cloud native. So people want, or maybe don't have the money or people to really to move that immediately to a cloud. So basically, it would be quite would make sense, but yeah,
Hmm.
in lacks of money, it lacks of human resources to do it really on the short run.
But what do you think about lift and shift? Docker has had this philosophy for a while where they just said, look, you don't have to modernize, you don't have to create a cloud native application. We have a migration tool and migration services. Just go ahead. You have 1,500 applications. We'll just help you and you migrate them all into containers, into Kubernetes containers in this case. Is that something that your customers would go for?
At the end of the day, if I just we create them into containers, I don't clearly see the advantage of
Right.
that, because
Mm.
you don't make use about these new cloud native technologies. So what is really the benefit about that? Are there really cost savings? Yeah, those questions have to be answered by Docker. Right now, I don't see them if you just
Mm.
migrate them without re-engineering.
And do you really have the staff? Can you really handle container security, container compliance? I know that is the value prop of Docker EE, but you then have two different lines of applications, right? The ones that run on VMs, and maybe three, the ones that run on bare metal. Maybe you still have a mainframe, and now you have Docker, and you have to enforce compliance, security across all of them. And your firewall has to be changed because the standard firewall doesn't see the east-west traffic between Docker containers. So there's a lot of additional considerations, right?
Yeah, that's the whole point, because companies they have all these tools for managing virtual machines. If you don't have any advantages from really moving applications into containers, why should you do that if you have to repurchase
Right.
tools, if you have to set up new processes? So I really don't see the advantage of that. Yeah, for me, container is good for agile. Container is good for new applications.
Mhm.
Cloud native is good. But if you miss all these advantages, just only migrate them, it's clearly not. Yeah, it cannot be foreseen what's going to happen if the
Mm.
company really
Yeah.
want to do that.
Yeah, and that's what we at EMA, but we also see there is much interest in container to accelerate DevOps, to package, to ship applications faster, to secure that process because it has less of a footprint. It's quicker, it's more economical, and it frees up a lot of developer time. But just wholesale migrating hundreds or thousands of applications, it's not something that we see in the wild either. Thank you, Ida.